farming, not just for food, but sustainability.
By mixing trees, shrubs, and annual crops in a specific way, researchers in South Carolina say farmers can nurture the environment instead of depleting it. The methods focus not just on production, but restoring the soil and reducing the effects of extreme weather patterns, including flooding during large rain events.
Reporter Carrie Beal takes us to Clemson University for an in-depth look at what they call agricultural climate solutions.
From the insects to the plants and soil, everything here at Clemson Restoration Agricultural Farm works in harmony.
The Restoration Agriculture Farm isn't just producing food, it's also producing a community. It's plant communities.
For example, since pine trees create acidic soil, blueberries are planted nearby because they thrive in that environment.
And then all around it is the squash that's providing shade, and another method of weed control that also provides us food.
So this is kind of the idea of the food forest, where
Yes,
everything is kind of working together.
that's right.
Scientists are studying how certain cover crops could reduce weeds.
Now these 30 inches between rows are covered with this wheat straw that obviously has suppressed weeds.
By doing this, they don't need to spray as many herbicides, and they use a similar method to reduce pesticide use.
Bluebirds are natural pest control, so we want them here. So again, as a part of the holistic approach and a systems approach, we're encouraging wildlife and natural predators to pests that we have.
They also use methods like no-till, meaning instead of turning over soil, they minimize soil disturbance.
Every time you put a metal implement and break up all those clumps, they have little tiny roots that are supporting little tiny microbes and also little tiny insects and bacteria and fungi and all sorts. There are communities growing there. If you take metal implement, break it up, they're exposed to this sun, they die.
By keeping those microbes alive, it improves soil health, which means you don't have to use as much fertilizer. Paula says this is a big deal because a lot of the fertilizer used in the U.S. is synthetic, which is made in a factory powered by natural gas.
It is also very energy intensive.
The goal is to use less energy or natural fertilizer like compost and manure. Clemson is also taking steps to address climate change. These shrubs and trees are slightly elevated. Wildflowers sit below in a swale. This helps manage stormwater and flooding.
We don't want it to just take all of the topsoil with it. We want it to actually slow down, let the plants gather some water, let the trees take some water, but get out of the field because we don't want standing water in the field or we'll start to lose trees, shrubs, or annual crops.
It's a powerful solution, not just to sustain the land, but to heal it.
The soil is alive, so it needs tending to. It needs live roots, it needs coverage, it needs respect.
Instead of making nature work for us, we're working with nature to grow things that want to grow here.
You heard us mention food forests, also known as forest gardens. As Clemson researchers just explained, they're designed to mimic ecosystems and patterns found in nature. Instead of rows of single crops, a food forest has multiple layers of trees and plants that support one another to produce food. Experts say a food forest does not have to be replanted year after year and requires less water, fertilizer, and pest control.
To help reduce the use of pesticides, some farmers have turned to artificial intelligence. In Iowa, this farm outfitted their self-propelled sprayer with intelligent cameras. They say they can detect weeds in real time and only apply the chemicals where they're needed, instead of spraying entire fields like they would before AI.
Not only can we cover more acres, but we can also do it way more efficiently.
We're eliminating probably over the course of a year half of the chemical that's going into the land and the environment.
The result is less waste and more productivity. The farm owners estimate the upgraded system will save more than $60,000 a year.